Mr. Young Trader, and this is the last call of the day and of the week here. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at gold and silver, at crude oil, natural gas, and I'm going to take a look here at the old indexes, the Dow, the S&P, the old NASDAQ, which are rallying up nicely. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas, along with the rig count. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin, your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see here how she's coming back really nicely here today because Bitcoin is basically trading with the overall market. So you notice when the market is rallying, Bitcoin's rallying. Yesterday when the market was falling, then Bitcoin was falling off here too. However, now you can look at the price here today. Okay, did we get above the 21-day and the 8-day? Yes, we did, but we have to close above this 8-day. That's going to be very, very critical. 105, 178, that's key. We get above that, then we can go right here to this 21-day, 105, 675. You have to close above that in order to go higher. Now, your 8-day crossed over your 21-day, and that's going to provide a lot of good resistance levels. Okay, so just look in the past here, see how that went up there, in there, yesterday, in there, and then down, and say same way today. Okay, now, if we can get above this key 8 SMA here at that 105, 184, and that 21-day at 105, 677, then we're going to take a look here right at this top of this candle at 106, 555. Then we'll come up top of this candle here at 107, 495. Okay, then what we just work yourself right on up here. We got 109.30 level. We got 109, 425 level. You got 110, 175 level, and then we just work yourself up here till you got that 112.60, and then we have your big breakout at 112.345. But again, this 8-day and the 21-day provide very, very strong resistance. This is why you trade the charts. Now, we look at this pattern right here. I've been pointing out here, we had this bear flag situation. So yesterday was a really nice, good short down. Okay, now, what I do on the short here is I just take it right on off here. Oh, I went the wrong way on that. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I do is I take the short right off yesterday, and I waited to see what's going to happen today because you just never know. Now, Musk got a phone call there. Musk called, I say, Trump, and they said, let's just kind of work this out kind of situation. But it was all about the jobs numbers today, okay? That's what really ranked it up. However, down the road, when the Fed meets, I don't think they're going to be doing any more cutting, at least not now. And you have good job numbers. The economy's doing great. There's no really need for them to cut, okay? But see how that 8-day crossed over that 21-day? Now they're providing very, very good a resistant level. Now, here on the downside, well, we just follow what we did the other day, okay? So what you want to do is look to the bottom of this candle, 104, 100. There's your support level. Then we'll come right to the bottom here, okay? You're looking at 102, 350 level. We'll come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 101, 705. Then we're going to be looking here to yesterday's low. That's going to be key, that 108.15 level, okay? Now, again, if that's lost here, then we're going to look here to the top. You're looking at 98,615. We'll look to the top of this candle here, 98,200. Then we'll come right down here to the bottom, which is basically 97,350. So just look at that price channel right there, 97,350. If that's lost, we got the 50-day, okay? And then we have the old 100 SMA here at 94,533. But right now, it's got to get above that key 8-day and that 21-day in order to go higher. Now, this was a really good trading day to me, and I'm usually trade the IBIT, but today I jumped into BITX, which is a 2x leverage fund. Okay, I'm out of the trade right now because until we close above this 21-day and 8-day, you know, this could come right on down here on starting Sunday night to Monday. Now remember, over the weekend you don't know what kind of news, so if you got profits, put them in your pocket, okay? So that BITX here was up there over 6% there today. Had a really nice move, 51.76 on the bottom, 53.31 on there on the top. Really, really good trading in that, okay? Now, we're looking here at the old Bitcoin here on a weekly chart, okay? So you can see here, even when it sold off yesterday, where did it go? Okay, right down to that 100-day simple moving average. Look at that. She's a beaut, Clark. Look at that. 100,669, and it was holding it very, very nice. Now we're doing this as consolidation action, okay? So really what you're really looking at is the top of that candle there, that, what do we got there? You got 108, 960 level. Then we come up here, you got that 110, 150. Then there's your big breakout, 112, 345. So if it keeps on rolling up here, which we do have this bottoming tail now here on the weekly chart, then we can go to that 13,000, but I think you're going to hit that 15 to 16,000. I'm looking at right at that 15,000 mark, okay? So again, just always put these side by side. It gives you a lot better gist of exactly what is going on. Okay, Let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Okay, here we have the gold. Now, I had no trade in gold there today, okay? Because what I'm waiting for here is for it to close above the top of this candle here at that 34.48, okay? Then I would jump into that GLD because then you know where the next target is 35.09. You crack above that, 35.50, possible towards that 3600 mark, okay? So now you can see here we had this really nice sideways action. We're holding that 8-day, okay? So now we're below that 8-day, okay? So now that 8-day becomes resistance, 33.58. Then we'll look at today's high. You're looking at 33.98, and then we're looking at here at the top of this candle at 34.27. But realistically, I'm looking for this 34.48 level, okay? Now, we still have a downtrending chart, okay? So we have a high, a lower high, and we have a lower high here, okay? So this is all downtrending here until we can crack above the top of this 34.48. Then that breaks that trend, and then we head right for that 35.09. Now, support level, next level is going to be right here, is going to be this 21 SMA sitting at, let's see what we got there. Let me see if I dial it. Okay, there it is, 33.05. That's going to be very, very key support. And then we have the 50-day, which you have to respect at 32.70. Now, this 21-day, just look at the past here. Look how many times that it has held this 21 SMA. So if it comes all the way down here, that doesn't mean it's not going to hold it again, okay? So when it holds it many, many times, that is the key. Now, there's a lot of traders out there that say, well, if it holds it here, it holds it too many times when it breaks through. Yeah, when it breaks through, then she topples right on down. But you got to respect it until it does break through. Okay, that's the difference. I don't say, well, if it hit it 40 times, well, again, it's going to go past that. No. Respect it until it's lost. Once it's lost, then it's man out the window time. But until it's lost, you got to respect it, just like this 50-day, because it held it there, it held it here. Now, who says that it's not going to hold it again here? Okay, very, very easy. So watch that 21-day on the downside. That's going to be very, very key. 33.05, and then watch that 50-day at 32.70. Okay. And then on the upside, watch that 8-day. We got to get above that 8-day here to retest that 34.27 level. Okay, now silver having a really good day. Okay, we had this bull flag. See this? Bull flag situation. I pointed that out here all week. Bull flag, and then we popped right on up through there. And now today we made ourselves a nice higher high. Okay, so if this keeps on melting up, okay, you're going to be going towards that 40 level. Okay, so that's what you're going to be looking for. Now, we're starting to get here towards that overbought situation. Your green is up over your red. You're getting up to that high side. So just be a little bit careful up here. Maybe we go a little sideways action. We work some of that overbought condition off, and then maybe we can take it higher, okay? Now, on the downside, what you want to watch is just watch the top of this candle here. That's that 35.49 level. That's going to be key. And then we want to watch the top of this candle right here at that 34.94 level. And then we have your 8-day at 34.47, 21-day, 33.53, and then we have your 50-day sitting right there at 33.04. And then 100-day, you have to respect it because how many times it held. This comes all the way down, doesn't mean it's not going to hold it again, okay? But look how that 8-day swooping up, 21-day swooping up very, very nicely. So even if this comes down, watch that 8-day. That could be very, very good, okay, for a key support level, all right? Now, we're getting outside them price channels. A lot of times when you get outside those price channels, it wants to come in and it wants to get towards that 8. So give her a little patience here. Let that 8-day catch up. But I really think she's in the middle of a breakout here, and I'm looking for that 40 mark. Same way with the gold here. Just because we have this sideways actually lost the 8-day, long as we're holding this 21-day and this 50-day, we still got a nice, good sideways action. We lost that nice, good uptrend here, which was very, very good to take it higher. But obviously, see, this is why you want to trade the charts. If you can't get above that 34.48, it's not going to that 35.09. Okay, take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Now you can see here crude oil breaking out. Now, if you watch my midday trading, which you should take a look at, it's all about seasonality charts. Okay, I got the Dow on there, the S&P, the NASDAQ. I got crude oil, and I got natural gas. So take a look at that. It's going to do yourself some good. If not, go to equityclock.com. Everything there for seasonality is in play. Okay. So here we have the crude oil. Now, I've been pointing out this key level right here at that 64.19 and the top of this candle right here at 64.87. Okay, so we had this sideways action, but I also pointed out here inverse head and shoulder. See a left shoulder, there's your head, and there's your right shoulder. Okay, now your 8-day curling up here, 21-day curling up here. Very, very nice for this thing to go higher. Okay, so basically what we're looking for here now on a closing basis is we're looking for that 34.87 level. And then if we get above that, you're going to, or 64.87, sorry about that. And then you're going to go to that 66.74. And that's going to be your target. And then your 200-day right above it at 68.78 level. Now, we can refine that just a little bit, okay, because we want to always look to the left of the chart here. This is going to be 65.22. And then we have right there at 66.09. And then you hit your 100-day and your 200-day, okay? So always look to the left of the chart, because where it's been is usually where it's going again, okay? So now you can see how nice this chart is here. Now we're holding everything. So on the downside, you want to watch that 64.19. That's going to be key. That's going to be good support. And then we want to watch this 8-day now at 62.59, which crossed this 50-day. That's very, very bullish at 62.48. That's your next level. And then we have the 21-day at 62.07. So this looks very, very good to go higher, at least to that 100-day, possibly that 200-day simple moving average. Okay, now RSI here, well, you know, you got 60, that has plenty of room to run. The green over red, plenty of room to run. So this chart here is looking very, very bullish. Now, natural gas, break it up today. Look at this bad boy. Got into the UNG. What a great trade. Okay, but again, you have to be patient. Now, I've been pointing out here, see what we have? Bull flag. See the pole? See the flag? Boom, up she went here. Okay, so now what we're watching, what I'm watching, is this 384. That is key right there, 384. You have to get above it because we hit it, you got to crack through it. If we do, right here's your target at 393, 408, 415, 420, 425. That is your upside target. Downside here, got to hold this 100-day simple moving average there, sitting at roughly say 370. And then right below, we have that 8-day, which curled up and is above the 21-day, 50-day. Very, very good support. Look how nice that's holding, okay? See, it came down, held it, held it, held it, held it. Beautiful. Then next level is 352. But right now, we have a bull flag here in charge. And basically what we're looking for is right here at that 384. You crack above it, then we know where we're going, okay? If you don't, then it's going to be sideways to down kind of an action. Okay, let's take a look here at the indexes. All right, here we go with the old melt up here. We got the Dow. Look at the Dow's going here. Now, again, what we're watching on the Dow is this price channel at 42,842, okay? We got to close above that, okay? If you can, okay, close above it, then what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the next level, which is right here, okay? Just move this over a little bit. There you are, 43,135. That's your next level, okay? Then we can just keep marching this bad boy up here till you got 44.33, and until we get all the way up to your retest at 45.54 level. Okay, so now we have this melt up going. But if you look at the chart, like I've always been pointing out here, is when you lose that 8-day, the 21-day is like a catch-all. Okay, came on down, held it. Look at there, held it, held it, held it, held it. Nice. See how nice that is? So until you lose this 21 SMA here, even if you come down to the 200-day or the 8-day, yeah, that's all good and fine. But once you lose this for this 21-day, yeah, then we can just follow the candles all the way down until we get down to the 50-day. But right now, this is a very good melt-up situation we got going in the Dow. We got to see what's going to happen Sunday night and what's going to happen next week. Okay? Now, S&P, same thing. Look at here. We're just melting right on up. Look at this. Okay, 60,016 level. Okay, so what we're watching is the top of this candle here. And what is that? That's, no, I got the wrong candle. Yeah, right here. Okay, sorry about that. There we got, okay, so you got 60.43. We can get up to that level. And then we can come all the way here to the left of the chart. You want to look at that. Okay, so you're looking at 60.99. And we come up here to the top of there at 61.28. And then your big retest there at 61.47. Now, this could melt all the way up here. But I always want to show you, I want you to pay attention to this negative divergence here. See how we have this high? We have a high. Now we have a higher high, but we have a lower high on the RSI. Now, if this RSI goes up and it keeps right on rolling, well, then that negates that. But right now, there's a negative divergence, so just keep very, very tight stops on what you're doing, okay? You can always buy it back. That's the beauty of trading, okay? So downside, watch that key 8-day, watch that 21-day, watch that 200-day at 57.96. Because look how it came down, held that 200-day, and then she rallied right on up here nicely, okay? So always, always watch the charts here. We lose all that there. We have this gap fill sitting right there at 56.91. Now, NASDAQ, another big melt-up situation going on here. Nice, love it. Okay, look at here again, negative divergence. See how we have this high, high, higher high, lower high. Negative divergence. Pay attention to it because I say that might be the savior for you. Okay. Now, what we're looking for here, to me, we made a high of 19,593. Yesterday made a high of 19,610 level. Okay. So right now, what we want to do is this could melt right on up here, all the way back up to this level here, which is very easy at 20,110, very easy, and then 20,204. Okay, so this has a lot of ways here that it could go here yet if it keeps right on melting up. But what you want to do is watch this key levels here. This is this on the downside, that key 8 SMA here. So far, it's holding nice. Did it come below? Yes, right there. Look how nice that's holding. Same way with yesterday. So watch that 8-day. That's lost. We go to the old catch-all, which is the 21-day. Then we come down to your 200-day here at 18,511 here. But just pay attention here to this RSI. Negative divergence going on here. Negative divergence going on here, okay? Same way with here, we have a negative divergence going on here. So pay attention to that there, and that keeps you out of trouble nicely. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here Sunday night here, between 6 and 7 o'clock. And we'll take a look here at what's going on with Bitcoin, crude oil, gold, silver, natural gas, the whole 9 yards. We'll take a look at it here. But just remember, put profits in your pocket, okay? Don't always assume that this market's like, say here, like the NASDAQ, oh, this is going here. You don't know that. You don't know what kind of information is coming out over the weekend. You don't know if there's a war started or this or this or that, okay? So just, to me right now, I have 90% cash, okay? So all I'm really doing is just trading the market and selling the market, okay? So that's what I'm doing with my trading money, okay? So whether I'm doing day trades or I'm not doing many swing trades, I'm just doing the day trades. In the pocket, put the money in the pocket, okay? If you do that on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, by the time it comes to Friday, you're going to say, holy shit, my pocket is full. That's what you want to do right now, because this is where you go all in. This is where you go all in. This is where you go all in. You don't go in all in here. We have a melt up, and those never end well. They always, one little snag like we had yesterday, and that market just, boom. Look at that red candle, okay? Look at that red candle. That's how quickly it can come right off. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here Sunday night. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.